Hello, this is Paul Salfen for the Drew Pearson Show. We are here live at North Central Ford in Richardson, Texas, and I just pulled up in the 2013 Ford F-150 Lariat. Now, the F-150 has been the #1 selling truck in the world for 35 years. Let's find out why. One thing that's new about the F-150 this year are the new grills. This thing is a beauty. We're in Texas and we love our trucks. What's not to love about the F-150? One of the new features for the 2013 Ford F-150 is the My Ford Touch. This thing has 10,000 commands and 10,000 unique responses. So when it comes to trucks, Ford delivers where it matters. It's the best in class in fuel economy, horsepower, torque, and towing.
Welcome to the Drew Pearson Show. Alongside Paul Salfen, I'm Kristen.
We're kicking off the show from North Central Ford in Richardson, Texas, and Drew Pearson has arrived.
From sports to entertainment, we've got you covered. The Drew Pearson Show starts right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Drew Pearson Show. We're coming to you live tonight from North Central Ford, right here in lovely Richardson. But we got a great show tonight, a great lineup for you in store. A lot going on in the world of sports and entertainment, and we're going to try to cover some of that for you tonight here on the Drew Pearson Show. And as you know, you can't talk sports without talking about the Dallas Cowboys, and they've had a tough time lately, losing a tough game to the Baltimore Ravens on a drop pass by the other number 88. You never saw me drop a pass, right? I can't hear you, right? That's right. At least not the ones you saw. I dropped a few, but you never saw it. That's what I meant. But anyway, the Cowboys having a rough time. It was a rough weekend for me watching them and then watching my New York Yankees lose 2 games in the ALCS. Derek Jeter broke his ankle. So it was a tough weekend, and I'm a little sad. So give me a little sympathy. Thank you very much. But anyway, things picked up throughout the weekend because I got to see my grandsons play some football. And I have, right? And they did win. But unfortunately, the team he plays on is called the Steelers. And I'm on the sideline, first time ever in my life, rooting for the Steelers, man. And it was so weird that people have got their cameras out, taking pictures and everything. You didn't see it on Facebook or Twitter? There's Drew Pearson in the Cowboy jersey and hat and everything, cheering for the Steelers. Oh, well. Maybe if we cheered for them back in the day, we would have more of these Super Bowl rings. You see that, Tony Romo? That's what they look like. All right. You too, Jason Witten. Yeah, DeMarcus, all you guys. And I always tell them when I see them, hey, guys, how's it going? And then they want to touch it and see it. Then I tell them, get your own ring. But when my grandson decided to play for the Steelers, when he got picked, you know, he didn't want to play because he knew his grandpa played for the Cowboys. And he started crying, you know, and so I told him it was all right. It's not about the team you play for. It's about what you do for that team. And so he's had a good year so far, and so that cheered up my weekend. And now I'm here with you right here at North Central Ford for the Drew Pearson Show, and we got a great lineup for you. We got Nikki Mckibbin from the American Idol fame with us tonight. Give her a hand. She's a rock star, songwriter, and singer, and she's going to be with us tonight. Tell us about what she's got going on now that American Idol's behind us, and let's see what's ahead for her. We're also going to have a preview. Paul Salfen has been over there talking to some people from the movie Paranormal Activity 4. Y'all heard of that? Yeah. He's talking to the director and the co-star and all that kind of stuff. But also, we got Make-A-Wish Foundation folks here, and they're going to tell us about the fundraising opportunities they have coming up with the Drew Pearson Show and the Make-A-Wish Foundation and North Central Ford as well. And then finally, we're going to get with our social media director, Mike Nast, to answer some questions that you might have via Facebook and Twitter.
Christy, you want to say hi? Oh, it's Katie.
My sister did good. Hunter.
But I've just been hearing a lot of noises. And like all this weird stuff has been happening since the new neighbors moved in.
Lights go off all the time, honey.
It's happening again. The motion lights have been turning on and off every night.
Yeah, right.
I bet you it's gonna be that weird kid from across the street. Watch. Yeah, can you see him?
What the hell?
He's so creepy.
What is he doing?
Freaky, right?
Yeah. What's going on?
I don't know. It's weird.
Alex, what's happening?
I don't know.
Front door open. Back door open.
Alex, what's going on? Alex,
What?
is Alex...
Paul, here you got an exclusive for the Drew Pearson Show, an interview with the folks over there at a scary horror movie, Paranormal Activity 4. Tell us about that interview and some of the things you talked about and what you think about the movie.
Yeah, it was really neat that we got to get an exclusive for the Drew Pearson Show, because these films, they don't need any sort of promotion. All three films so far have been the #1 film, and they've made a ton of money. So part 4, they're not doing any interviews, they're not doing anything. But I was down at Fantastic Fest, and we got a surprise appearance from the star, Katie Featherston, who is the only one who's been all 4 movies. And we also got to talk to the co-director, Henry Joost. So it was really a thrill just to be able to be the only ones that got to talk to them. And Katie is an SMU alum. So,
oh, wow, cool.
So there's a Dallas tie there. Now the film itself...
Was that your connection to get in there to get that exclusive interview?
No,
the Dallas tie?
Right place, right time.
Right on, right on.
Now, the thing about the film, though, is, I don't know, I guess you haven't seen these films, but they're very, very scary. They're filmed very low budget on handheld cameras. A lot of them are almost security footage and that kind of thing, but they keep stepping it up each time and making it scarier and scarier. And there are a lot of things that go bump in the night, and there's no shortage of that here. Wow. And so if you're looking for a scary movie just in time for Halloween, this is it. This is now a Halloween tradition. Fantastic Fest 2012, we are here with Jason, the man, the myth, the legend behind the Paranormal Activity series. How are you?
Very good.
What can you tell us without spoiling it?
I can tell you it's very scary, but you'll have to wait and see to know what it's about.
What has it been like working on this series? Because I mean, it's a crazy runaway success.
It's been a great professional experience for me. It's every summer. It's almost like summer camp. Mostly the same group of people. We get together and we make these movies, starting with the second one. So this is the third one that we've all done together, because Oren did the first one very much on his own, and it's a lot of fun to do.
And will we see 5 and 6, however long the series can go?
I hope so. I hope so. If enough people see 4, we'll see 5.
Well, it's a Halloween tradition now, and we're hoping that it continues on.
So do we, and we're going to add to the tradition with Sinister, which opens the week before, which is what we're here screening right now. Yeah.
So you mean there'll be a Sinister 2, perhaps?
Well, anything's possible.
How do you feel about scaring the hell out of everybody?
You know what? I love it. I always grew up and really loved scary movies and really wanted to be scared by scary movies. So so, I'm a nice girl, but to be in a movie that's really scary and to have people react to it and really enjoy it is really fun for me. So.
This is a new family that we've never met before in a paranormal movie, and I think it expands the mythology in a way that none of the others have touched upon. We try to think like, what's the scariest thing we can do in this situation or in this place, and you think like, what would I do in that situation? That helps inform the characters a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, we're looking forward to it. Will we see a 5?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, good.
The fans demand it.
Thank you, Paul. Well, here at the Drew Pearson Show, we're not just sports, we're not just entertainment, but we also like to talk about food. And Paul and Kristen visited Jimmy Johns, and let's see what they got to report from their visit.
Thanks, Drew. We're outside Jimmy Johns in Richardson, Texas. Football season is in full swing, and what better to take to a tailgate than some sandwiches?
Let's go inside and take a look at some of the options.
Paul, sandwiches are really the perfect tailgate food, and they're even better when you don't have to make them yourself.
You're totally right. They're much better when I'm not making them at all. Jimmy Johns has some wonderful party platters, and they also have boxed lunches. So whether it's a tailgate or just a house party, they have everything you need.
Yeah, why not let them cater your event? And they have so many options, I heard that the number 9, the Italian nightclub, and I think they said the Beach Club were their most popular ones, but what would you get?
I get the JJ Gargantuan. That's a big, wonderful sandwich.
I don't know if I could eat that on myself, but I heard they're making one for the both of us, so let's go give it a try.
You don't have to ask me twice. Let's do it.
Wow, Jimmy Johns has really hooked us up with all these sandwiches, and Paul, that sandwich really is gargantuan. What all is even on there?
There's several types of meat. There's salami, ham, turkey.
I would suggest splitting that for sure. It looks like you got a little provolone, some onions on there. Thanks, Jimmy Johns, for hooking us up with these sandwiches. We're gonna go ahead and eat.
I don't know if I can finish this whole thing, but I accept the challenge.
Drew, if you're lucky, we'll bring you back one.
Thank you, Paul and Kristen. Man, those sandwiches look good, and I'm counting on you bringing a couple back for me. And man, what a great idea for tailgating. Here at the Drew Pearson Show, we have a higher purpose other than sports and just entertainment. We like to give back to the community through charitable efforts. And tonight we have the Make-A-Wish Foundation with us, and we have Claire Richardson from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and she's going to tell us about some of the great things that Make-A-Wish has going on as far as fundraising opportunities are concerned, along with the Drew Pearson Show. Welcome aboard, Claire.
Thank you, Drew. I really appreciate you having me.
Thank you for coming. First of all, tell us a little bit about the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Great. The Make-A-Wish Foundation grants wishes for children with life-threatening medical conditions between the ages of 2.5 and 18 to enrich the human experience with hope, strength, and joy.
And it's working out great?
It is. It's great. We've been here in North Texas since 1982, and all the funds raised here stay in North Texas area.
Oh, that's a good thing, and a lot of people like to know that.
Yeah.
You got some great fundraising opportunities coming up with Make-A-Wish and the Drew Pearson Show. Tell us about that as well.
Thank you for allowing us to be a part of that. On October 29th, November 19th, and December 17th, we will be here at your show at the North Central Ford, and all the funds raised those days will go directly to Make-A-Wish North Texas.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. And what are those dates we got?
October 29th, November 19th, and December 17th.
Now you can find out more information about that by checking out drewpearsonshow.com and also through
www.ntx.wish.org.
There you go. Check it out. We'll have more of the Drew Pearson Show after this. Thanks for being with us, Claire.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Drew Pearson Show. We're here at North Central Ford in lovely Richardson, Texas. And now it's our guest segment time, and we're blessed to have with us Catherine Nicole McKibbin. Better known as Nikki Mckibbin. Give her a hand. And thank you for Nikki for being on the Drew Pearson Show. Now, you're known for American Idol.
Yes.
You're from Grand Prairie, Texas. Now you live in Fort Worth, but when people hear the name Nikki Mckibbin, they think American Idol.
Right.
And you are one of the original contestants on American Idol. Tell us a little bit about how you got to be one of the original contestants on American Idol.
I was actually running karaoke back then, and one of my, karaoke parents, as I call them, for the younger kids that sing, asked me if I knew anything about these shows, because I did Pop Stars in 2000. So they were trying to get me to find out about Idol for their daughter. And I did all of this research, came back and asked him, I said, how old is she? She was only 15. And I said, well, you have to be 16 to be on the show. Of course, I'd done all this research and everything else. And I was like, well, I'm not just gonna waste this. I may as well just go do it myself. Happened to be the next morning, got up, went, and it literally never stopped from that second on.
So you kind of took it from there.
I did,
and ran with it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it just absolutely, from the time I went in and auditioned until like 6, 7, 8 months later when it was over, it just never stopped.
Now, when you went in an audition, you were the only one there, right?
Oh yeah, I wish. It wasn't as big as it is now, but there was still a few thousand people there auditioning, so it's pretty intimidating.
I bet, and I bet behind the scenes there's a lot going on, and the pressure must be, man, just unbelievable.
It is, I never expected it to be so nearly 24 hours a day, The go in, on Thursday, you'll get the book, it's like, pick your song. Okay, Saturday you find out what got cleared, for whatever genre you're singing. And then you go in Saturday night, break your song down, record it, and then, okay, they send it off, ship it off. Come back, you are so lucky if you get back that piece of music, that minute and a half of music by Sunday night. Most of the time you got it back Monday morning, and you had dress rehearsal Monday.
Wow.
And then Tuesday, live show, Wednesday result show, and you start back over Thursday again. So it's just like 20-hour days.
Man, that's amazing. And your background is more rock music?
Yeah.
And you're a singer and songwriter as well.
I am. I sing country till I was about 17, and then I discovered alternative rock music and just fell in love.
So how did you come to the original song that you're going to sing for your first audition with American Idol? How did you select that song? And what was it?
I Will Survive. Yeah.
Yes.
It was literally, what do I sing at karaoke all the time, and what do I know I can do okay? It's like, what's going to shock them? What can I do that I already know? Because literally, I found out Friday night, and Saturday morning at like 8 a.m. was the audition. So I didn't even have any time to prepare. So I figured I'd do that. And then one moment in time, I went to Houston, of course, shut off my range. And on top of that, lyrically, it was like, I've laid the plans, now lay the chance here in my hands. Like, I figured, okay, this is gonna emotionally and lyrically kind of put my foot in the door, and like, I'm laying everything out for you, just give me the chance to show you what I got. So.
Right on. And 2 questions. American Idol has really taken off since then.
It has.
Are you surprised? First of all, are you surprised that it has?
I'm not surprised at all that it's taken off. I think when they got America involved, because when I did Pop Stars in 2000, it was basically the same thing, but that show really didn't go anywhere. I think when you get the public involved in something with the voting and all that stuff, is really where that show won people over, you know?
Sure.
And so, we didn't know the entire time we were on the show that it was going to be that big. We were kind of locked, I say always, in a bubble in that house. We didn't even know we were famous. We had no clue what was going on, how big it was, even while we were doing it. And, I'm not surprised at all. I think that, I'm really glad to be a part of the original season, even though we don't have the perks, or we didn't have the perks then that they have now. I wouldn't give that up for anything in the world.
Well, the other question is, knowing what that experience was like, would you do it again?
Oh, I would absolutely do it again in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Absolutely. I'd be more prepared, and if they do a reunion, which a lot of people are, speculating, I would absolutely do that in a heartbeat too.
Right on. So now you go from American Idol, I guess with that you're getting recording opportunities and things of that nature. Were you inundated with opportunities after that?
Yeah, I originally signed with RCA right off the show. who basically, Clive Davis, the head of RCA, very nice man, but they asked me to do country. And you know, I stepped away from country already because it wasn't what I enjoyed. And I wasn't gonna go back to it. You know, no matter the, you know, here's $500,000 and a 6-album deal. I may, looking back on it now, have taken a different road, made a different choice. But back then I was very young and set in my ways, and you know, there was just no way I was going to do that. You know, I have 2 bands now, which are amazing. I'm getting sponsors and endorsements and all kinds of things, and you know, I'm signed with Down Boy Records now, and it's just amazing the opportunities that have come from just that show itself.
And the opportunities allow you to stay to the music that's true to your heart, the rock music.
Yeah. You know, I write, you know, 90% of the songs that are on our albums, and they all come from my heart. So emotionally, you can feel and hear, you know, what's coming out of me. Like, you know, my life experiences and stuff like that. So that's really cool. And, you know, it's just, I'm glad that I get to do rock now, and I don't have to bend to what other people expect of me. I can just do what I love. You know, it's just amazing to be able to go and perform and have people not only just watch me do like cover songs, but really hear in my songs and my music what's coming from my heart. You know, we signed with Down Boy Records, and our first EP came out in June called Psycho Trip. We've already done 1 music video called Celebrity High, which is pretty much a, you know, life story from when I started using to when I stopped using. And we're working on our 2nd music video now called Psycho Trip, you know, which is on our EP that was just released.
Right on.
So.
You know, I always wonder what, you know, you hear songs out there and they all got meanings, and you feel like whenever you hear something, it comes from the heart, from people that wrote it, and the people that perform it as well. Is that, are you motivated by personal experiences in the songs that you write?
I am. You know, I definitely, you know, the lyrics are all about personal experience. I feel like, you know, in order to emote something and be emotionally, you know, involved in what's going on, you have to feel it. You know, so whether I write about it or whether somebody else has written it and I sing it, it all goes back to that core of, you know, what does this song mean to me? You know, I'm not just gonna sing a silly song that doesn't mean anything because I think it's gonna be number 1. I want to sing something that's meaningful, that other people are gonna be able to understand and maybe get some help from.
And you know when you got it, right?
Right,
you know,
absolutely.
You know when you hit that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just feel it, huh?
Yeah, you do.
Now, I know you're from Grand Prairie and Fort Worth, so I know I'm not stepping out on a limb when I ask you this question. I know you got to be a Cowboy fan, right?
I am a Cowboy fan.
Right on.
Huge Cowboy fan.
Your son plays football himself,
right? He does,
right?
at Lamar High School, yeah.
Right on, right on. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to be with us and telling a little bit about your story, the experiences behind American Idol, and we wish you nothing but the best in moving forward with your life. And again, thanks for taking the time to be on the Drew Pearson Show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Nikki Mckibbin, right here on the Drew Pearson Show, and we'll be right back with more after this. I'm Drew Pearson, and we're at North Central Ford in Richardson, and I'm with Charlie Nixon from North Central Ford here in Richardson, and he's the general manager, and also Nikki Mckibbin of American Idol fame. And Charlie, tell us what you got going on with North Central Ford and American Idol.
Well, one thing that's great, Drew, is Ford and North Central Ford is doing a contest with American Idol where someone is going to win an opportunity to be a guest judge on a show on American Idol. November the 15th, right here at North Central Ford, you can come in and record a 30-second video of you being a judge. That goes in automatically to American Idol, and someone across the country will be selected to be a guest judge on American Idol.
I got a feeling everybody's going to be lined up for that. What do you think, Nikki?
Yeah, can I win that by default?
You can enter the contest.
Right on. So check it out, and we'll be right back with more of the Drew Pearson Show after this. Welcome back to the Drew Pearson Show, and we're with Mike Nast. He's a social media director for the Drew Pearson Show, and we're going to find out what's going on with the social media network. And Mike, I understand you got some questions for me through Facebook and Twitter?
Yes, we've gotten some quite phenomenal responses on the shows on both Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We've almost hit 100,000 views on YouTube on episode 1.
Nice.
And episode 2 in just 2 days has already gone viral with over 50,000 hits.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So we're rocking there. Jorge on Twitter asked, what do you think of the Cowboys prospects in lieu of the Baltimore debacle?
Well, you know, here's why I think the Cowboys have hope. Because the rest of the NFL is struggling. You know, it doesn't seem like anybody's really dominating. You got a few teams, maybe like Atlanta. You saw Houston get beat. Green Bay's up and down. The Giants look good, but I think it's still wide open. So I think the Cowboy chances are still pretty good.
Okay. Steven on Facebook asked, how mad do you think Jerry Jones is at Jason Garrett over his time management yesterday?
Well, he might be a little mad, but he ain't going to be mad enough to fire him because he owes him too much money. And Jerry don't like to waste no money. So, Jason, you're good.
And this question's been asked by a lot of people on Facebook, Twitter, and even YouTube. They're wanting to know when you're going to suit up.
What's wrong with those people, man? I tell you what, if I did suit up, I know I would draw double coverage. So, you know, I break the huddle, line up left or right, and 2 or 3 guys will follow me, and that should leave Dez and Miles to get open finally. All right, hey, you got anything else, Mike? That's it?
That was our top 3 questions on social media today. Make sure you follow the Drew Pearson Show. Just Drew Pearson Show on Facebook, Drew Pearson Show on YouTube, Drew Pearson Show on Twitter.
Right on. Mike Nast, our social media director with the Drew Pearson Show, and we'll be right back to wrap up this edition of the Drew Pearson Show right here at North Central Ford in lovely Richardson. Welcome back to the Drew Pearson Show. Boy, what a great lineup we had. We want to thank the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We want to thank Nikki Mckibbin from American Idol fame. And man, what a great show we had tonight. We want to thank all of you for being here with us right here in the gallery. And all the great folks at North Central Ford as well.
But wait, you said you wanted a sandwich.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you bring one? Where is it?
You know what? We did one better for you. We have a whole party platter for you from Jimmy Johns.
Yeah. Right on. Thank you, Jimmy Johns. All right. That was fast.
That's right. They are fast. Don't forget you can join in on the conversation. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
And join us right here at North Central Ford on October 29th at 6 p.m. We'll be right back here.
And thank you for all for being a part of the Drew Pearson Show. And it's a wrap because I'm hungry. We're out.